All right, some of you saw this week. Great. If not, we're running a little experiment, something for you guys to consider on an upper level black belt technique, bear hug, gun from behind, hugging technique. I've never really liked the name of that one, but you've got to get in there and be close because of where you're at. So we're running a little experiment. I'm going to try to go pretty quick for all of you guys. So if you haven't trained it before, I'm sorry, I apologize ahead of time, but try to get the little points here. The technique starts off the same. We're just considering the ending of the technique and seeing how you feel. All right. Worst case scenario, if they're really fighting, how do you feel on the differences on going for the gun takeaway and just the basic control of the gun. On the technique we're talking about, Ben, let me turn it back to me. There's a lot of what people do. They'll hook or hold. Ben can turn in and do regular gun from here. Right? He can turn in. This technique is somebody's got their hand behind you and you feel restricted where you cannot do regular gun. That can be the first point of confusion on this technique. If you can turn and do regular gun, right? I hate to say like basic gun, but in black belt Krav Maga, this is basic gun. Gun from behind, touching is basic gun. All right. So if you can do that, do that. So if Ben's got me from behind and I'm restricted, and we'll give the camera a second to move wherever he thinks, and we'll probably have to change angles. So look, I cannot do regular gun. That's what I'm feeling. I cannot do regular gun. I need to turn in, tap that shoulder, light him up with some knees. I'll turn for the camera. We've got to come up, control that gun, slide down. Now right here I have headbutts. I still have knees, right, to weaken him up, and then I'm pulling and pushing that gun into him, and then I'm going to move and assess. So we'll go this angle, Ben, so Joel doesn't have to move too much. So from here, I'm redirecting line of fire. I'm out of the line of fire right here. And remember, I was being restricted here. Even sometimes giving a little resistance can be, all right, something that will play into the gunman, especially if they're moving, that I'm pushing my shoulder into there, like acting like I want to go that way or tighten. Now here, I've got to hug him. You guys see that? If you guys get all high, that gun's got some space. Right? I want to be low, like his belt loop is great, like anything you can grab, you need to be in here, and you need to have this cap of the elbow. Right? If you don't have that cap of that elbow, he's coming right out. You've got to cap that elbow tricep. Light them up with some knees here. Now come up. Don't create any space. You've got to come up, find whatever you can find. Hopefully it's the gun, maybe it's the wrist, and then slide down, keeping pressure and weight in there. I have more headbutts, knees, boom, take it away. Move and assess from here. Here's the point to consider in integrating some of the Citizen Defender clinch algorithm stuff in here. Doing it just the other day, I was demoing this one, and I instinctively kind of came into an arm weave position. So everything's the same. See if you guys think right here, and I'll just move to the camera. And again, I'm being really strong. I found a belt, I found something. Belt loop, belt, anything to be strong in here. Now right here, as we cap, when we come up and grab and then slide down right here, right, he's got a big opportunity to move that arm out. And yeah, we threw knees, we did a headbutt, but let's just discount that they rocked through those. It didn't phase them, right? So that, right, is a risky position to be in. So I still have here, I'm gonna weave through and control here and keep everything tight. Keep everything tight. Now I moved offline on that. Now I've got my body on his elbow and tricep. Now I'm here. Now I want to get two hands on that weapon. I got two on that control. I could still headbutt him. I could knee, right? If he's weak enough here, I could try to take it away. I'm pretty strong here to be able to go into my blade and do something higher level because I'm justified, right, with that weapon there. And if this goes away, I'm in a deadly force situation, and I'm pretty strong here. All right, I'm pretty strong here. I think I'm stronger than being at this point and things kind of getting a little haywire, which we know is going to happen on, some of these. It's not going to be, oh, great. Some of them, you're going to knee strike them, you're going to headbutt them, and they're going to be weak enough for you to take it away. But worst case scenario, they're working through those and they're still struggling and fighting for that gun. I think coming into this arm weave is a stronger position to be in. Everything's the same. I'm getting in there. I'm still kneeing them if I can. And now I'm coming through, right? As I come through, I get to the side or get to a T position. Now I got more of my body here. And we'll change angles so you guys can see what I'm doing with that hand. Get it in front. This is weak. Look at that right there, the weakest part of my grip. I'm coming over and capping it, and I've got my elbow there, right? Boom, even here, maybe I'm going to punches, whatever I can do. I'm concealed carry, let's just drop that. We're totally justified to use the gun at that point. I would rather not, always, all right? And you're extremely close. You should be moving your head away from that muzzle as you're pulling the trigger if you think that's what you need to do in that situation if you're concealed carry. Questions? Remember, questions are good. And we're really just considering this technique. We've been messing around. I found myself coming into that position kind of naturally with the clinch algorithm stuff we've been working on with Citizen Defender. I will make this one note. You're kind of weaving through like your regular arm weave, but I'm not in this position. Watch out, we've had a few people grab that gun and then pull it this way. All right, it'd be one thing if you're like, let's not do this, and it's on him, but it's getting dangerously close to me. I do not want to disarm and bring the laser beam / muzzle up to me. All right, I think it's a really good point to consider. Just treat that thing like a laser beam. All right, I don't want that laser beam on me at all. All right, train for that day when there's lasers. Questions? Yes.
Head in front or behind the shoulder?
On the arm weave, yeah, the arm right here. Yeah. I'm in front of him because if I'm behind, you're going to feel like he's going to come around, and now I don't see what's going on here. Okay. Right. If I'm here, then turning in. Hey, I'm not the end of the world, but I prefer to be here. You can see. Right, and just tight on him and holding them in here. Right, and if he goes to two hands on that gun, right, and we're fighting here, I feel I can see what's going on. And then just to extend, since we're already talking, look, if I had gotten around and I was coming in and I thought I was going to grab it, but he grabs his gun, and he switches hands, right? Now I have some options right here. If he did a hand switch, I could monitor that because I see it out in front. I was here, I was going for the gun, he hand switches. I can just try to maintain principle, redirect line of fire, now get 2 on 1 here, light him up, maybe you're dumping him, he feels pretty weak, try to feel strong, Ben. Right, that you've got anything we can do from there to take that gun away. Any other questions? All right, well, really what I want you guys just doing is labbing it and seeing where do I feel. All right, let that person fight a little bit. Go with your partner, go slow, have a little communication so nobody gets ahead. But if I'm like going, all right, Ben, you fight from here. All right, fight from here, fight, like get the gun back, then you go ahead, Ben, win. All right, let's try that again. All right, and look, you see what he instinctively did? He put another hand on there, right? That's good. Good. I don't think the guy's going to be fighting with one hand. Right? Anything they want to be doing, then I'm here and I'm trying to take it away. Ben, here, I'll fight you. Okay. Fight me. Ready? Take it away, take it away. You're set. Go. All right. Arm weave me. Here. All right, go. Now I'm fighting you. Questions? Play around with it, and yeah, we've got to discount. Hey, they're throwing, but Ben was really protected, and I was throwing some crazy left hands in there. Play around, see which one you feel better. Worst case scenario when they go for the fight. Give it a try. 1, 2, and 2.
There's in it.
Here's one question. For in the arm, like, watch your position here, right? I want to stay up. If he was going way down, do I want to go there? He could roll me right there. I'm out of position. Just because he went down, right? What are we going to do from here? Go down with him, right? I'd switch around. Take his back. Come in and grab whatever you can, whatever I can. And now, I'd much rather have that gun under there. I go to my weapon, I can start breaking him here and keeping my weight on that, and I can monitor there. I just go gun gone wrong and modify. Remember, it's putting a collection of the principles together and training enough that you have them down. That you can go to a backup plan when things aren't exactly correct, quote unquote, because nothing's ever the same in a fight. Nothing's going to be same. You got somebody going down on you and you're trying to stick to something there when I could just do something else, right? And just putting your principles together and like, well, I'd rather take his back here than getting into some sort of scramble with him, and now I'm out of position here. I want to stay up. I'd keep that gun on him, come around, take his back, weave back through, see what you get. All right, you might not get much, but now at least I have his back. And now I could switch. You know, I might be here. Can I just dump him from here? Yes, I like that. Controlling the head, but putting all your principles, training enough that you can go and apply principle and have technique to go back on. This is where I was on the other day of like, just train that. Train it. Stop doing the what if and you got 2 reps on something. You need a ton of reps to be able to put it together and to feel where I can go in a fight. You just have to keep training. You have to keep training. Any other questions on that? How are you guys feeling between the 2 techniques? Arm weave. Feeling stronger? What are you guys thinking?
Arm weave feels
That arm weave makes me way stronger.
Yeah, I think it's a big position. It's always been a point of contention on this technique when we need that, and now you're sliding down here, and yeah, I've got knees and elbows, but if he really just yanks away, it offers a lot of problems. Being really connected there, I think, is a better place to be, in my opinion. Like experimenting through, I think most of the women that we've run the experiment on feel stronger with the arm weave than the 2 hands on there. Yeah. So something for us to consider, changing the end of that in that upper black belt technique. Questions? All right. You guys want to run a hot